It's me. I know we not talking. I know y'all can't stand me. I love you though. I do. From the bottom of my head to the top of my feet. Until I just don't know how to show it right. I'm from Blackistan. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This your nosy neighbor lady show. Of course I have nervous breakdowns over here every other day. Duh. But I figured I'd do a video to say I'm sorry. No, I want to do that single shaming video where women are like, oh, people shame me for not having children. People shame me for not having a man. People shame me for being a single mother, which we can touch on all of that. But particularly in the black community, I think we're seeing more single shaming now, particularly for women who, this don't even got no stuff in it, for women who don't have children and who don't have a man. Single motherhood is such a commonality in the black community. It's such a common thing. Baby mama, baby daddy culture that is black community. It's such a common thing. I don't ever remember women shaming women because they were single mothers, because it was kind of like everybody kind of was single mothers and had single mothers. They do it now on the internet. That's because manosphere and black men don't like black women and want to make you feel bad. But really, I think we see a rise in single shaming for women who don't have children and who don't have a man, because they feel like, to me, when men single shame women, is because, and women, just when Blackistans single shame you for not having children and a man, it's just because they want you to struggle with them. They often used to say, they just want their kids to steal your kids' stuff and their kids to be able to beat your kids up and hope that you all can trauma bond about a man and his terrible ways, because we know what black relationships give. You know what I'm saying? We know what black love gives at this point. So it's just like, who are you, girl, to think you better not to be getting knocked upside the head? Who are you, girl, to think you're better to not go 50-50 or be the breadwinner? You all know your nosy neighbor lady show, ghettoology, hoodology, trapology. I don't believe in 50-50. I know that usually black women are doing 90-10, and the 10% is pain or handsomeness or sexiness that men bring. But it's just like, I don't feel like, but for one, when people always asking you where your man, where your husband, I think it's just because they want to get in your business. But my brother used to always tell me, where your man, why I don't work out with none of your baby daddies? And one day I finally got the courage, because like I told him, they not treating me right. Why would I stand something that ain't working for me? But then one day I finally told him, I say, why? So I could be in a relationship like you and your girlfriend, which was black love, whichever love you want to slice it as. But it's still like, when black people single shame you, it don't matter, because they don't get married anyway, and they don't have relationships that people want anyway. Y'all left that out. Y'all know this always kind of light on my head, but everybody knows it's not my hair, and I wanted it to look like this. I did, because I don't care about people seeing my edges. I don't think that people think my hair is natural. But it's like they single shame you, but also they be mad when you get a man. Also, especially if your man is better than their man, or if your man is doing more for you than their man. And I think that single shaming in the black community is because it's a black woman's duty and job to take care of a man in Blackistan. So when you're not doing that, you're not being a black woman right, technically. Just technically, when you're thinking about Blackistan and black womanhood. So a lot of you all are saying F the system that is Blackistan, F the Blackistan system. You might not see it as that, but really your whole life is an insult to the black community, because you're rebuking it and you're refusing to be a victim and refusing to let black men take advantage of you and use, abuse, and misuse you. So you're always going to find disruption and discord there. But also, they just want to be in your business and know what you're doing. Even I remember, same brother, oh, your man or something. And I was like, why would I have my man meet you if we're not getting married? Even when I dealt with guys, I might not necessarily had a boyfriend, but I always had a man who was helping me. I always had a man helping me or taking me out or liking me or doing stuff for me. But I didn't feel like they needed to meet my family. You know what I'm saying? My family, it's only few men who met my family, and if they did, uh, it was on purpose. But if they, like this one guy, he wanted my mom to see him. It was so aggravating. We'll talk about that another day. But like, they just want to be in your business, and they just want you to suffer and struggle like them. Because we often see a lot of black love relationships where the women are very unkept. They look like struggle. They usually dress the man. They look bad. Their kids look bad. They're struggling and need bill money. It's just that the black community think black women should struggle. And for you all to think you deserve better, even when we think about all the rappers say, oh, I got some money, I'm getting out the hood. But when black women say, I don't want to be in the hood, I want to get out the hood, it's like, who are you, black woman, to think you can do better outside the hood? Because it bumps against the societal norms of Blackistan. So when we think about single mother shaming, if we want to go there, they don't single father shame because there are no single fathers. They don't fatherless home shame because they don't want to hold men accountable. They don't shame men for not taking care of their kids because so many men don't take care of their kids that if they condemn men for not taking care of their kids, they will have to condemn 98% of men who don't take care of their kids and who are not in their children's lives. So it's just this continuation of ways to make black women feel less than, ways to keep black women's self-esteem low, ways to make black women feel guilty about really what black men are doing. Because even the women without children who have good jobs and made a way for themselves and live in a nice area, those women should have black men at their door trying to marry them, trying to take them out, trying to do something for them. They don't, because there are no quality black men. And if they were, they would want quality women. They don't. They want to run ruckshop on your life. So who are you not to become a baby mama? Who are you to move on from a baby daddy situation that you don't want to be a baby mama forever and play co-parenting that's usually really not co-parenting? It's just this shame and guilt that they push on black women to make themselves feel better and to make black women stay brainwashed in Blackistan or black power or black pride. It's all a manipulation tactic. It's not for you to actually give it a black man and have a good family or a good life or a good black love story or a father for your children. It's just to make you feel bad and guilt you into taking a homeless black man in so you can struggle with them and you all can trauma bond and fight other women because he's community pain. But even people was like, oh, in church they single shame women. I don't know what type of churches you all go to, but really, I went to a lot of churches in my life, did religion a long time. I never heard them say a man should marry a woman. I never heard that taught in churches. Not in black churches. Maybe in other races of churches, yeah. I only went to a few other races of churches. But in the black church, their job is to keep black women single and giving all their money to the church. Because if black women weren't single and giving all their money to the church and being on the committee and the Ursha board and all this and funding the church, they wouldn't have nobody. Because if a black woman really got a man, he gonna tell her, why you giving all that money to the church? Because black men particularly don't really believe in God. A lot of them don't. If you really talk to them and listen, a lot of them don't. They just using it as a ploy to trick black women or to get in your home or to get in your vag. So it's just like they don't preach go get married, your man should be taking care of your children. They don't preach those type of things in church. We can act like they do, but I've never heard it. They might say get married before sex, but in the black community, it's a fornication community. It's a fatherless community. It's a community where people don't get married. So if they are preaching fornication, it's probably to the teen girls. Uh, but the culture says different. We idolize 304 BITCH culture. We idolize women for being overly promiscuous, for being overly sexual. So those women are the only women who, even when we look at the media, women who, even Eve, if you want to check it out, she got a memoir coming out. Come on, who's that girl? We all know Eve started off as a stripper or exotic dancer, but a lot of women start there because black men like 304s. Nice girls do finish last in the black community. And it's just like, but single shaming, oh, you should get a man, oh, you need a man. But why would you need a man who's unemployed? Why would you need a man who don't take care of his children? Why would you need a man who don't work or don't, who's knocking you upside the wall, you know? But they want you to struggle. Ultimately, it's because they want you to struggle. And they only single mother shame because a lot of single mothers go on to be a single mother to another guy and a single mother to another guy because she's trying to search for Mr. Right or think that one day a black king is coming, which I thought. I didn't think hashtag all was true. I didn't know anything about this back then. The internet wasn't out, and if it was, they wasn't saying the stuff they saying now. So they hate that you didn't fall for the first one in that boo up BS. They hate you and fall for the second one for the BS. Or they hate that they're not the one you're taking care of and housing, i.e. the anger towards the Chad and Tyrones, because we do see women who have children with one man and have 7 children with one man who didn't take care of the first one, the second one, the third one, or the fourth one, but they continue to have children because they're selling the idea of a family to black women. And so they resent them because a lot of times single mothers kind of don't got time for that. You know, we can act like single mothers are this and that, but that's a black man's narrative to lie on black women to make us look bad because they're the real predators. So it's just like, I think they resent single mothers for moving on and not caring about them after they had a baby, because the baby was the anchor baby that was supposed to keep that woman locked in forever and caring about them forever, whether they got marriage, whether they got money, whether they even took care of the kids or helped the kids or even took the kids to the zoo or bought them school clothes or shoes, which they didn't. And those women moved on and kept going and kept living. And that's a lot of anger towards the single mothers, that I believe, because she say, you're not going to do this to me and my children. I'd rather try to find somebody else, even though it didn't work out either. But who knew the Blackistan community was that of Blackistan? So, while y'all stand beautiful, wonderful you, I'm your nosy neighbor lady. Just want to drop this on you. Just want to get it out my spirit. And that's the single mother shame, or the single women without children. But y'all getting money. They mad because y'all getting money and ain't sharing it and giving away like black women before you, who didn't mind taking care of a man and didn't mind giving to a man and didn't mind. You all are saying, I want cats and dogs, and that's okay. And that scares the black community. It petrifies them, because what are they going to do without black women taking care of black men? And what are they going to do if they can't, you know, there are black women who live to fight other black women over other black men? So who are they going to fight? Who are they going to argue with? Who are they going to call at 3 a.m. if you're not participating? So, stay beautiful, wonderful you. Flip side, dip side. I don't know if this camera view look different. I hope I look okay. Well, I know I look good. I just don't know with the camera or whatever, but this is a different monitor. It shouldn't affect it, but stay beautiful, wonderful you, creative, innovative. I will definitely see you later. Bye. Bye, girl. What's the click?